I once heard someone say that the Bible is both authoritative and flawed. And I'm just like, how does that work? Now for a moment, let's put aside any specific contradictions in the Bible. Turns out, there is plenty of resources if you're going around willing to look. But let's go back to the big question. How can a book like the Bible be both authoritative and flawed? Which parts? Which parts of the Bible specifically are authoritative and which parts are flawed? How can you decide which parts are authoritative or which parts are flawed? Because if this part here is flawed, it can't be authoritative as well. How do you make that distinction? Let's look to some scholars maybe. The Jesus Seminar in the 1970s had a bunch of scholars go through the Bible and discover which parts of it were historical and true by picking the parts that sounded good. In the Lord's Prayer, 99% of those scholars were sure that Jesus had said, Father. That goes to show that scholars have a wide variety of views. They disagree on many things. There's even some scholars who believe that the entire Bible is authoritative. Appealing to scholars is just appealing to authority. It's not a full argument. It doesn't draw a line of what parts of the Bible we should trust, if any. In reality, what happens is that people pick and choose which parts they think are authoritative and which parts they think are flawed. It probably wasn't in there originally. It doesn't mean what it sounds like it means. It doesn't apply to us today. Love your neighbor? That's gotta be authoritative. Ooh, only have sex with your spouse of the opposite sex? That's probably a flawed part, gotta be honest. If you say that part of the Bible is authoritative and part of the Bible is flawed, there's really no way to split a line between which parts are which. But if we're just picking and choosing what parts of the Bible to believe, why are we even using the Bible at that point? If you want to pick and choose your beliefs, you can do it without this. If only parts of this are authoritative, copy out those parts, put in its own book, get rid of the flaws. Me personally, I've wrestled with these questions about these contradictions in the Bible, and it turns out you can find the answers. Supposed contradictions do have reasonable answers. Seek and you shall find. The belief of historic Christianity is that God is perfect and does not make flaws. Yes, he used human writers to write this, but it was still him who wrote it, and so the Bible is inerrant. It is God-breathed. You can accept the Bible or reject it. I'm not your mom, I can't tell you what to do. But there really is no room to accept only parts, not when it says it is pure and true, living and active, not the work of human will, but God-breathed.